Hey, what's going on? Prashil here, and today we're going to be revisiting the iPhone 13 mini. But today's focus is going to be on gaming, so let's get into it. Now, I've actually reviewed the iPhone 13 mini, and in that review I did cover gaming, but not as in-depth as I would have liked. And I think with my review you get a good understanding of what the phone is like overall to use. But today we're just going to focus on gaming. Alright, first I just want to highlight the A15 Bionic chip, as it was responsible for the excellent performance gains on the 13 mini. Alright, to start us off, I went back to an oldie but a goodie, one of the OG games that I used to play back in the day, Temple Run, the original. Now, Temple Run isn't really that graphically demanding, but I thought I'd start us off easy and then work our way up. So with Temple Run, I think the main thing I wanted to showcase is the 13 mini screen. You're rocking Apple's latest XDR display, and it definitely does get plenty bright and vibrant. So continuing the theme of endless runners, next on the list is Subway Surfers. And it's no surprise here, the 13 mini absolutely flies through this game. And I gotta say, I think it's important to note that the compact form factor of this device honestly makes these sorts of games a joy to play. Because I'm sure many of you may have played these games on your iPod Touches back in the day. And so the compact form factor of the 13 mini makes playing these sorts of games a breeze. Alright, so when it comes to the more demanding games, I gotta say, the A15 really comes through for you. You'll be happy to know that Call of Duty worked flawlessly without any stutters or lag on the highest settings without breaking a sweat. And this is what honestly impressed me the most about the 13 mini. Its ability to absolutely crush any game you throw at it. And that, I believe, is one of the 13 mini's highlighting features when it comes to gaming. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns. The 13 mini did start to heat up after about an hour of intense gaming, and that's when things started to get a little bit iffy. You see, while the phone didn't really heat up to a point where I was uncomfortable holding it, the battery did, however, take a hit. And it was here where I discovered one of the 13 mini's flaws when gaming for prolonged periods of time. And that is the battery life really takes a hit after about an hour or so of intense gaming. Once the phone starts to heat up, the rate at which the battery drops starts to increase, and after about 3 to 4 hours, you can actually kill this phone completely. Alright, so moving on to Asphalt, and once again, the iPhone 13 mini absolutely crushes it. But with a fast-paced game like Asphalt, where there's a lot of moving objects and a lot of things are happening on the screen, I really felt like the 13 mini could definitely benefit from a higher screen refresh rate, especially coming from the 13 Pro Max, as Asphalt on that device felt a whole lot smoother. Now, my final note on the 13 mini is that when gaming for prolonged periods of time, the battery is not the only issue. The fact of the matter is that the compact nature of the device makes it kind of hard to hold after a long period of time, especially with more complex games having their buttons kind of jammed together, decreasing comfort over time. Now, my final verdict on the iPhone 13 mini in terms of gaming is that while it may be a very capable device, however, I think the size of this device is its biggest detriment, because while it does remain compact, the screen can feel quite small, and after prolonged periods of use, especially when gaming, it can feel really tiresome. And the compact nature of this device also means that you get a smaller battery. And the thing about that is, no matter how efficient a chip may be, there is no real substitute for physical battery capacity. And the smaller battery in this device definitely does play a role in how long you can actually game. Prolonged periods of gaming does take a toll on this phone, and you can honestly kill it in about 3 to 4 hours with intensive gaming. The phone also tends to heat up, which may get problematic for some. But overall, I just want to say that I was really impressed with how capable this device really is. The A15 really shines, and yeah, don't be fooled by its compact size. You really are getting the best that Apple has to offer in the smallest package available for this year. So while I did enjoy this device, I have to say, however, if it was up to me to choose a device from Apple's 2021 lineup, then I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to recommend the 13 mini if one of your priorities is gaming. The battery life in conjunction with the small screen definitely does hinder your gaming experience. So if I had to choose, I would have to recommend the standard 13. Now, I tested the iPhone 13 earlier this year. I was really blown away not just by the performance gains, but how well the phone actually lasted on a day-to-day basis in terms of battery, as well as how the screen was just the perfect size, where gaming wasn't too uncomfortable and you were able to get accurate information on your screen and you didn't have to squint. So there you have it then. This is my final verdict on the iPhone 13 mini in terms of gaming. Like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for my next content. And it looks like we're out of time, so I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.